recording. Got it. I got you. I mean, it's YouTube live, and then I'll send you the whole thing. No, it's YouTube live. Mindy's right in it.
Can you go through that one way too? Sorry.
Good evening. How's everybody doing? Good. So did anybody see themselves on the Fall Festival video? Only one person. I was like walking with Black Panther, so I was in the background of the shots. How many of y'all came to Fall Festival last week? Raise your hand big and high. It was beautiful weather. You know, we had a great turnout, great night for it, so I appreciate all of y'all that came. So tonight, we're hanging out again, having a little fun. So I applaud all y'all for coming out, for braving the weather, bringing your families here. And you may have thought that tonight was a regular night, you get a break from your kids for an hour or so, but you're with them tonight. So we're hanging out as a family. We're going to have all sorts of fun things. When you came in, you should have gotten a card with like information about our Wednesday night programming, if you don't already know that. But you also got a registration card. This is the important one, because we have some door prizes we're giving away today. So if you haven't filled this out, fill it out quickly, because we're going to collect them in just a little while. So if you have a lot of kids, Anne-Marie, if you're here and you haven't filled it out, it's too late for our kids, our family. You can't fill it out in time. Where is she? Oh, she's right here. Yeah, you don't have time to fill this out. Yeah, you didn't fill it out, did you? This she's no time for it. To fill it out, we're going to collect it in just a second. And we actually are, who is collecting these? We got people that collect it. So what's going to happen, if you have it filled out, pass it all the way to the end of your aisle to the right. Pass it to the right. And we got these little guys, you can go down the aisles and pick them up. If you haven't filled it out, I'll give you another chance to do it in just a second. Oh yeah, I took all the pins. So the pins all gone? I did not know that. That means y'all can't win. Moses, y'all can't feel like your kids either. They'll have enough. All right, so kiddos, if y'all will go to the aisles and just walk down and collect however many cards there are, like I said, we'll give you another chance to turn in the card in just a little while. So, I don't know if you had a chance, but we have tables in the back that has all of our choices for Saturate, which is our Wednesday night kids program. There's stuff on here. So if you didn't check them out beforehand, check them out afterwards. They'll still be set up out there. And just the purpose of tonight's kind of twofold. The first thing is we're going to have some fun. We're going to try to involve as many of you as we can. So if y'all are sitting way in the back, you just become a target. We're going to find you. We're going to drag you into a game and embarrass you a little bit. So anybody in the back, look out. So let's come close. So we're going to spend a lot of time with the families, having a little fun. But the second thing is for these kids in Saturate to really show off the talents, the gifts, the abilities that God has given them, to be able to show how God is using it in their lives. So we're going to have some of them up here performing and doing some of the stuff they do in Saturate. So let's see, kind of on a tight schedule, so I got to keep track of time. We're going to start with the game. All right? So Miss Jennifer's helping me. Do y'all know Miss Jennifer? She's down here. So what's going to happen, this first game is called Crowd Scavenger Hunt. Let me come down here. We're going to split the crowd into two sides. On the right side over here is going to be the blue team. On the left side over here is going to be the green team.
We are the green team!
All right? I'm not much of a cheering guy, so y'all are on your own. All right? Yeah. All right, so first game, scavenger hunt. What's going to happen? We're going to have 10 items on the screen. Some are going to be objects you're going to bring up. Some are going to be actual people that you're going to bring up. We're going to have two team captains. Team captain from this side, team captain from that side. So the team captains are going to have all the categories right here. What's going to happen if you have one of the items on the screen, you're going to yell and scream at your team captain. They're going to come over to you, give you whatever card it is for what item you have. They will bring you down front. Oh, that's one of them. Oh, hey, y'all are getting a head start. That's cheating. Anyways, we're going to have... Okay. Sorry. I can't say that, Richard. Okay, so you're going to come down, we're going to verify whatever it is on the card that you say you have or you can do. We're going to verify that, and then you're going to come over here, you're going to hold up the card. The first team that gets all 10 of them, or whoever gets the most before the 5 minutes time is up, will win. So who are our captains over here? Now come this direction.
A parent and a
You're the
child
captains
from
over here.
inside. Parent and child that can
Now come
work
right here, hold
together.
these. So Mr. Eric, show the, or who's doing the slides? Show the graphic up there right now. All right, so those are going to be, those are not going to be blurred out when we start the timer. So whatever those objects are, like one of them just showed their team was a juggler. So if somebody can juggle, you're going to yell at your team captains over here, pick me, I can juggle. She's going to find the card that says juggler, hand it to you, and bring you down here to me. And then you have to prove that you can juggle. That makes sense? And then once we have verified that you can do it, y'all go back to somebody else. So we gotta be verified before the next person comes on. All right, y'all got that?
Okay. Yeah.
All right, so captains, are y'all ready? And you can have your little helper with the cards too.
On the screen, so you have so many seconds.
Crazy.
What is your name?
Didn't I just explain this?
Erica. This is Erica.
Crazy. I know Erica and Prince.
And Prince.
I know. But they're on the wrong team. But that's all right.
Okay, here's your
All
card.
right, are y'all ready?
We're
Captains,
ready.
y'all good? Y'all ready over here?
In the audience.
All right, we'll count down 3, 2, 1, and go. And y'all stay where just yell at your team captains if you have one of the things. 3, 2, 1, go!
Juggler.
Verify.
47-year-old. Who's a 47-year-old?
What do you have? Did you juggle? All right, you're good. They had to get
Got a driver's license. You don't
All right,
get to do all of them.
you
We
need a
gotta
card.
have
You
it.
gotta do
Who
it
has
right
a
there.
driver's
Come on.
license?
Hold it up high. Juggler, stay over here. Juggler, sit back here. Hey, how did you get two of them?
All right, those lights.
Come on, Miss 47.
Yeah, good job. Stay right here. Hold it up. Hold it up.
Yes, another one.
Yes.
Good one.
Hold it up. Right here, Mr. Eric.
Oh my gosh.
Hold it up. Two up.
You have a
Oh, you're gonna have one of this. Somebody's gonna have a smartphone that's not smart. Nobody over here has that old flip phone.
watch.
What else do we have? Some in the back. Analog watch. None of this digital. It's like it's not digital.
Green team or behind?
That is. Where's your captain? Where's your captain?
Take it.
Where's our captain of the blue team? We got an analog watch over here.
Holes in your socks. Holes in your socks. Who has a big bit? A big bit.
Over.
Analog watch. Slide. Get it over there. Give it one ahead. Blue team. One ahead. Got a state driver's license. Nobody has an extra driver's license.
Hey. Hey. Come on. The light. Hey.
We don't have any 47-year-old people on the blue team. Is that you? 47-year-old. I didn't
The
know.
fun.
A young woman is down here. Oh, we got another young woman. We got another young woman. And we got, stay here, hold it up. Another young woman. Oh, wait. Are we out of time?
Yeah, we're out of time.
Oh, wait a minute. We're out of time.
Nope.
We got.
We got.
Yeah. Oh, wait. It's got a minute 58 left. They did what? 47-year-old. Oh, it's still going. Are we still going, Mr. Still going. Keep going. Sorry. That was
No.
Got it. All right, hold up. Hurry, hold up. Hold that line.
Wait, there's not too many people who are allowed to do that. I'm like, I'm looking back. A couple weeks ago, I had guys in church come up and kiss me, and I was like, so I told him, and he was like, well, that's one of, that's one of those crazy weird people anyway. So I'm like, but I gotta go.
My phone's in the other room.
What's up, man? Yeah, he just came up and kissed me.
Thank you,
And so I was like, oh, dude just came and kissed me. And he was just like, oh, he's a silly person anyway. So I was like, I told you.
Yeah, at least I told you. I did my job. I told you.
All right, Mr.
All right, let me go record Elijah.
So we need our buckets. Our kids who collected these buckets. Y'all bring them for me real quick. Bring me your buckets.
Okay.
Bring me your buckets.
Our team, the green team, the winners, just got a treat at Brewster's. So, congratulations, y'all. Give them a round of applause.
Now, does anybody else
Great job. Well done.
have a registration card that you need to turn in?
We are drawing right now for one of our overall prize in here. So if you have a registration card, this is our last moment to good job. Almost got it. Good job. Good job, Isaac. Way to go. All right. Okay, Isaac, since you're so enthusiastic
Nick.
up here. I mean, Nick. Isaac, no. Nick. Reach in there and pick one. Okay, I'm gonna pick one. No. Franita Holston, come on down. Wow. You receive a $25 gift card to Chick-fil-A.
And three also blessings from your juggler.
And at Thanksgiving, we want to encourage all of our families to spend some quality time with your families and play some games, like do some more games. This is called Gestures, and they actually have a Bible edition. So if you don't know about it, go on Amazon and you can order this. But this is special for your family. Y'all enjoy. We love you. We're thankful you could be here tonight. Way to go. All right. So next, we want to introduce, I want to introduce a very special video. And I want to ask that you open your hearts, open your minds tonight, and realize that we just got a gift. You know, that the team that won, they got a prize, they won a gift. Then we had a winner right there for the family. But you know what? The greatest gift of all is knowing that God loves us. And that He sent His one and only Son to come to earth, to live among us, to humble Himself. And so this video depicts God's love for us. So if y'all would watch this.
In the beginning, God created the world. He made light and dark. He made mountains and trees. He made deep, deep oceans. He even made volcanoes. So cool. He made some crazy looking animals. God made the whole world. And it was, wow, amazing. And then God made His favorite creation. God made people. He made every single one of us. Some of us have brown hair. Some of us have black hair. Some of us even have red hair. God made each one of us. We are each unique. There is no one else in all the world like you. There is no one else like me. We are really important to God. Did you know that it says in the Bible that God knows each one of us so well that He knows how many hairs are on our head? Yep, He cares about us that much. God did not just make you, and God did not just make me. God made millions and millions and millions and millions and billions of people. God made all of the people in all of the world. God made us, and us something amazing. Right here in John chapter 3, verse 16. This is the big part. This is the wide part. This is the huge, most amazing part. Right here, it says that God loved the world. Not just you, not just me. God loved the whole entire world. God loved the world. That is one of the most amazing things you could ever know about God. You are his favorite creation. He loves you. He loves me. God loves us.
Hey everybody. We're gonna do a quick warm-up song. You Are My Sunshine. That'll just help us get settled a little bit, and our younger ones really know that one really well. And then we're gonna do Oceans. And when we do Oceans, we have Lydia and Elizabeth. They're gonna sing with us, and we have the awesome dance group who's gonna dance with us. So we love learn to worship God with our instruments, with our voices, with dance. So thank you guys. that age already have more rhythm than I do. So yeah, it sounded, I mean, the timing was incredible. To me, I thought it was. All right. Yeah, it sounded good to me. All right, so we just saw a video, which is pretty cool, about God loves. So we all know that God created every single one of us unique, but He created us all special. He created us exactly the way that He wanted us to be created. God doesn't make mistakes. Unfortunately, we're not perfect by any means. That means that our families aren't perfect because we aren't perfect people. So the cool thing about it, though, no matter what the flaws that we have, no matter everything we try to hide about our family or the quarrels we have, God still loves every single one of us in spite of ourselves. So it's really cool, but right now we're going to play another game. And we're going to, Miss Jennifer, where are you at? You're still... Where are you at?
I'm right here.
You're somewhere? She's somewhere. I hear her voice. There you are.
I was just moving on the kids backstage.
So we have to go find one of those imperfect families that just talked about.
Yeah. How many imperfect families do we have in the house? I mean, hello, every limb should be going up, right? All right. Well, have you chosen your team?
We've already got one.
What's your team?
We've got an imperfect family right here already. Y'all come on up.
The Moses family has 5 children. How many have more than 5 children? 5 children in your house? Yes, y'all are up on stage.
We've got ours already.
Y'all are up on stage.
So we're going to give them instructions of what they're going to do and explain the game to them. While they're doing that, I think, Miss Jennifer, you got to do the prize, don't you?
Yes, I do. How many of you like to win prizes? All right. Hey, Moses family, you can get Lincoln to come out too if you'd like. I know he's backstage. He can come out. He can come out and play. All right. Well, how many of you feel blessed tonight? I'm just thankful we have the opportunity to be together. We want you to feel uplifted, encouraged, and know how important you are to us and to our Lord and Savior. So, you know what? I'm going to ask you right up here. I love you. He gives the best hugs to me every Wednesday night. So come up and stand up. And I'd like for you to reach in here and pick any card that you would like.
Oh, okay.
All right. Who does it say? Oh my goodness! I know this lady. One of our most creative ones. She leads one of our choice classes. Her name's Rebecca Stubbs. Come on down.
I think that was planted because last time she was at a family outing, she broke her ankle.
Oh yes, we had a family volunteer event.
I had to share that.
Yes, we're thankful you're healing better. She broke her foot because she loves her son so much. She got on the jumping trampoline at Southern Bell Farms and broke her foot. But look, you're out of your boot. So this is your blessing. Aren't you thankful? So you won a $25 gift card to Chick-fil-A. And then this is me and my family's one of our most favorite games. It's called Apples to Apples. This is Rebecca, where you going? You also got this to play, and it's the Bible version. There's a Bible edition, so y'all check it out. Congratulations. We love you.
All right, the game we're about to play it's one we played a lot. It's one of my favorite games. It's called Balloon Blitz. And what's going to happen, you see we have a team member from each family that has on these lovely sweatsuits. Why are you laughing? They're lovely. I've got some just like them. They're very nice. They're a little big, but in just a minute, these sweatsuits are going to be very full. What's going to happen, we're going to have a minute, 15 seconds to cram as many balloons inside the sweatsuits as they can before time expires. So the whole family is going to cram and cram and cram, and then they're going to model for us because they're going to look really beautiful. All right, so families, do y'all understand what y'all are doing? Y'all got it? Y'all got it? You're ready, aren't you? All right, so we got a cheer. This is blue team over here, green team over there.
We're going to get points.
We're down by one right now, y'all.
Extra points for the last
have to motivate them.
cheers, okay? Green team, we got to go.
All right, so let's count down. 3, 2, 1. show everybody how beautiful you look. Stay right there. All right. Can everybody see it? Looks good. Looks good. I'm going to borrow this sweatsuit for like Thanksgiving Day. Plenty of room to expand. All right. We're going to count. We're going to take these out. So y'all count with me as we take these balloons out. Y'all take the balloons out. We'll count them one by one. Start with blue team. Hang on. Start with blue team. Y'all come pull them out.
Okay, blue team, you want to count.
Y'all count with me. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I believe there's a child in there. 7. Oh, wow. Wait a minute. 8, 9, 10, 11. You were ready. 12, 13. You got more. 14, 15, 16. We're about to set a record. 17. That was the previous record. 18. 19. And it's all boy left, right? 19 balloons. Alright, be safe. No pressure, but the previous record was 17 by Seth. Stand up, Seth. Everybody, wait. Seth had 17 balloons previously.
What do y'all think? We got
But y'all
this?
just stacked with 19
I think we
balloons.
got this.
Green team, y'all got no chance.
I don't want to pop it. You got it in there so tight. I'll walk up this way. There, okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay. 1, 2. Oh, come on, let's let it. 3, 4.
3.
Don't pop them. 5,
Trying to help.
6. We're not cheaters. 7. Good job, buddy. 8.
Ela.
9.
Hey, they're not going to beat you.
Good
You got it.
job. Y'all are great teamwork
We got
here.
I think they're going to save balloons. Hey, don't pull balloons out of that bag. Wow, they still got a lot left.
Oh, don't pop it. Be careful. 12. 13.
Wow.
14.
Uh-oh.
15. 16. Drop it in the bag.
They just tied the previous record. 17.
17.
Are they going to beat the record?
Oh, don't pop it.
18. How many do we have? Did we tie? Okay. Finish 19 and a half.
How many do you think y'all are
I
both?
never
They're
said
both
it.
winners.
Yeah.
I think they're both winners.
Yeah.
I think they're both winners.
Yeah, let's get
I
it.
mean, I really do. So we are thankful. There we go. Brewster's Treats. Brewster's Treats is a
Look at
family.
this, Denver.
Okay, you do those.
Y'all are gonna win. How many do you do? You take it. How much? Go.
No, I was just moving. Can they run up there and tell them that the Steven's down? He's busy. I got in the booth. Can they go up their stairs and tell him in the booth?
It's important for us to know that God loves us so much, and this is the second part to this video, the first video you saw. And so let's just ask God to open your heart, open your mind, and just realize what the greatest gift of all is, God's love for us. And I'm very thankful that God gives us what we need on the inside when we allow ourselves to have a love relationship with him. So we'll gain the peace, the comfort, the forgiveness, and all of those things that only he can provide. So y'all watch this next video.
God always had a plan to take care of our sin problem. Do you know what his plan was? Or better yet, do you know who? His plan was Jesus. Jesus grew up and started to tell everyone about God. Jesus healed people so that he could show them how much God loved them. Jesus forgave people of their sins. Pretty soon, people began to follow Jesus so that they could learn more about how much God loved them. One day, Jesus was accused by an angry mob of people, but they couldn't find anything wrong that he had done. And when he stood with the judge who could set him free, the crowd shouted, "Crucify him! Crucify him!" The people wanted Jesus to die. They put a crown of thorns on his head. They made him carry his cross up a hill. And then they laid Jesus on the cross. And then they nailed Jesus, the perfect Son of God, to the cross. And he died. His family and friends were so sad. They thought Jesus was the Savior of the world, but he was dead. They took Jesus' body down from the cross. They wrapped his body in cloth, and they placed his body in a tomb. They buried Jesus that day, and rolled a huge stone over the entrance of the tomb. No one could get in. God gave his one and only Son. God sent his perfect Son, Jesus, to take the punishment for all of our sin. God's only Son, Jesus, died on the cross for all of our sin. God gave his Son to save us from our sin. But 3 days later, 1, 2, 3 days later, Jesus' friend Mary came to the tomb, and the stone was rolled away. And when she looked inside, Jesus was gone. Jesus was alive and right there with her. Jesus was alive. Jesus, our Savior, was alive. God loved us so much that he gave us his Son to save us from our sin. God loved and God gave.
Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, welcome to Milky Way Square Garden, where tonight the Battle of the Ages is about to take place between two epic rivals. In this corner, weighing 13.2 trillion pounds, the world, the Big Blue Marble. In this corner, weighing 55 pounds, but able to bear the entire weight of the universe in his bare hands, Jesus, Emmanuel, Son of the living God. Who will win? Tonight, that question is about to be answered. Opponents, step to the center of the ring. Now, shake hands. Go to your corners. And at the sound of the bell, let the rivalry begin. Round one. This is amazing!
Jesus is trying to embrace the world, but the world is deflecting every attempt. What an amazing showdown between divine love and stubborn defiance. Mighty opponents. And round 2. Ladies and gentlemen, it's hard to believe! How can any opponent resist such amazing love? Yet here it is, happening before your very eyes! All right, round 3! What's this? I've never seen anything like it, ladies and gentlemen. By the power of a simple thrust, Jesus has caused the world to fall at his feet. The winner, Jesus, Emmanuel, Son of the living God. What do you have to say to your adoring fan?
In this world, you will have tribulation, but you will have be of good cheer, for I have overcome the world.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen! Jesus, Emmanuel, Son of the living God! Thank you very much.
Hey guys, so excited you're here tonight. We love Saturate and everything that goes on Wednesday nights with adults and the youth. We have so much great stuff that happens on Wednesday nights, and you'll learn more about that later. But we're excited. Last year we were like, we're going to do something crazy. We're going to do a Broadway musical. We're like, this is insane. But we did a Christmas Carol, and it was so powerful. It was a lot of fun, but it was life-changing for some people. It was really neat. It's the actual Broadway version. It's Alan Menken's version of Christmas Carol. And we did it last year. We had almost 1,000 people at every show. And we would love for you to come this year and to bring people with you. Tickets this year, adults, it's some great talent. We've had a huge pool of amazing talent come to audition for this, young and old. And the cast is so powerful this year. And so we want you guys to be able to come out and enjoy it with your family and friends. And if you're a Christian, if you're a member of the church here, we would love for you to invite people that don't normally come to church, because this is something that they would come to just to give them a chance to meet some of us and hang out with us. And we would love just to meet them and have this connection point with them. So you saw the dates on there, but it's December 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th. The shows start at 7 o'clock on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. On Saturday, we have a matinee. I believe it starts at 2. Is that right? Sometime on Saturday, there's a matinee. Okay, you just show up, spend the day, camp out. It'll happen eventually, okay? Adult tickets are $12. Kids 4 to 12, it's $8. And kids 3 and under are free. There are some group rates. If you go to eagleslanding.org, there is some tickets and group rates available if you'd like to buy a few tickets and then give some away to people. This year we have something crazy. We have premium seating for $25 if you want to sit really close to the front and get that, and then you get a meet and greet with some of the cast and crew from the show. and get a chance to do some pictures and stuff. So it'll be a lot of fun for that. We would love to see you come out, celebrate Christmas with us this year. All right? Sound good? All right, Merry Christmas.
What's up, peeps? You are. Ooh, look at those shoes. Those shoes be style. They're right. But hey, what do you want for $300? 300? I wouldn't even look at a pair of shoes under 5. Girl, your folks going broke or what? Look. Speaking of broke, here comes that new girl. Oh, the one from the other side of the tracks? Yeah, the poor side. Hey, that a Christmas sweater? I'm sorry? You know, peace, goodwill. Let's see, what we eating today? Oh, lordy, peanut butter and jelly? You live in Mars today. How many bathrooms your mama have to clean to afford that? Ooh. Why don't you leave her alone? Aw, how sweet, Miss Goody Two-Shoes coming to the rescue of the poor and wretched. Again. Surprise. Come on, girls, let's get out of here. I lost my appetite. One girl's trash, another girl's treasure. Thank you, Lord, for this culinary pleasure. Look, don't pay them any mind. They don't get it. It's okay. I don't. The way I come up, you get used to it. I'm sorry. It's okay. Like my mom says, it could always be worse. That's a great attitude. Your mom sounds awesome. Thanks. I think so too. Hey, let me ask you something. You see Apes in Space yet? Apes in Space? No, but that movie sounds awesome. But we don't have money for stuff like that. Well, I just happen to have an extra ticket. Actually, it's my brother's, but he's seen it like 7 times. You want to go? I mean, can you call your mom and ask? Well, we don't have a phone. Well, how about when my mom picks me up, she takes us both to your place and we can ask her together. That sounds good. Thanks. For everything, I mean. I'm not so used to be treated kindly by my classmates. Well, get used to it. That's how my father treats everyone, and like father, like daughter. Come on, let's get back to class.
Okay, who would like to win the grand prize?
Right here.
Of the whole night. Oh my goodness, I see all the hands going up. Well, I'm thankful. I just want to say a moment about the Christmas Carol, because last year, I'm serious, it is like a Broadway style quality. And if you could bring your family here to do it, it'll be well worth it. So that is what our grand prize is a family pack of 4 for 4 tickets to the Christmas Post and a $75 gift card to Cracker Barrel for you to eat as a family. So we want to foster family, and so take the time to invest in your family, and it will pay off in the long run. Okay, so who might have a birthday day? Does anybody have a birthday? Elizabeth, is it your birthday?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Evelyn's was yesterday. Well, can Evelyn come up here? And Miss Elizabeth, you come out here. Oh, we got another card. Look. Get it.
Any more cards? Any more cards? Last chance?
All right. Any last cards? All right. Okay, so you're going to both come in and take your hands together. This is called working together as sisters in Christ. You're going to work together and pull the same card out. Like, agree on which card you're going to pull out. All right. Okay, good job. Good teamwork. You're just not saying.
Brock, Lord,
Stand out. Brooklyn Orange, you're the winner! We're so thankful. Congratulations. We're grateful that you won. It's amazing. Bring it.
I'll just stand here and wait on it. Oh, okay. Blue team right here. Blue team, one green, right. We should get like credit for that. For the blue team.
Come on, Mr. Steven.
All right, so we got another game.
Oh, yeah. How many likes some of these games?
Right now, y'all are on top one. We had a tie. You know, technically we had a
So
half
this is
point.
tiebreaker, y'all. We're going to do it.
I don't actually have a one, but you want to call it tiebreaker, we'll call it a tiebreaker. But, so we got, what's going to happen? This game is called 20-second challenge. It's really easy. We got 2 volunteers from each team. What's going to happen while it's hold, whatever. We got a wheel up here. The wheel's going to spin. It's going to reveal a challenge. You're going to have 20 seconds to complete the challenge. All right? And it's going to be a variety of things. I'll explain the challenge, and then say, ready, set, go, and you have to complete the challenge. One of you will go at a time, all right? Which shot should we start with, green or blue? I think green did a good job yelling, so we're going to start with blue. All right, blue team. Blue team, here we go. Okay. You hear the talking trash already? All right, here we go. Spin the wheel. Whoever's doing it, who's doing it. All right, tell me when it's stop the wheel. All right, fly a paper airplane 10 feet. So, we're going to have to move your stuff out of the way. Here it is. So, we're got a piece of paper here. Let me mark off 10 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And so, on your mark, get set, go. Make the airplane, throw it to me. The faster you do it, the more points we get. Always got to hurt the finger. Oh, we gave you the wrong challenge, didn't we? Just got to get to me. Oh, there we go. That was a long 10 feet. I could have moved in. I should have. All right. Stay here.
We'll take him always.
All right. So who's our next contestant from each side? Oh no, I'm sorry. We don't have that yet. We have the same read on this side. So all right, spin the wheel. Let's see what her challenge. All right, stop it. Leapfrog 6 times. Wait a minute. With a friend. And actually, you saw this last night because this is my wife. Y'all didn't know, but she's apparently on the green team. But I asked our 2 little kids at the second name to jump up through leapfrog 8 times. They couldn't do 8 in 20 seconds, so I lowered it to 6. So it's possible. You have to do 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have Dash over here. All right, stop the wheel. Dash. Perform. Dash, this is easy. You gotta perform 3 different dance moves. You know 3 dance moves? All right, let me get out of the way because I don't want to mess up any of your moves up, okay? All right, Dash, we'll count 3, 2, 1, then we go, okay? 3, 2, 1, go. All right, that's 1. 2. 1 more. Okay, spin the wheel.
Count to 10 in another language. Do you know what
Think about it. Give him a hand. Give him a hand. Give him a hand. Hey, Brendan, you probably done better than I did. All right, you got 20 seconds, Brendan, to get through that. Are you ready, Brendan? All right, this is the twin. This is the twin. Yeah, the twin.
Yeah, the twin. Hallelujah.
Come on. All right, here we go, twin. 3, 2, 1. Maybe the Holy Spirit will listen to your voice. All right, who's next?
Good job, buddy.
All right, we have our contestant. Somebody do the wheel. Let's see what the next challenge is. All right, get the play ring around the roses. Ring around the roses. Remember how to do that? With 3 friends. All right, we're going to say go first. Hang on, Miss Jody. Hang on, wait, y'all. Go back to your seats. Go back to your seats. Go back to your seats. We haven't started. Miss Jody's going to take 3 friends here. 3 people. 3 adults. It's just 3 friends. She has a lot of friends.
Does your team need help? Mr. Steven, I think his team needs help.
No, we're good. We're good. All right, Miss Jody. 3. No, anybody, any friends. 3, 2, 1, go. Hurry. All right, and here loud, go. 3, faster. Faster. Well down.
I don't take it.
Good job.
Yes.
Good skip right that
Go.
song. You know that, right?
Okay,
All right,
ready to
6
do
and a
the
half seconds.
challenge?
That's good.
You think he's up for this challenge? Is he up for it?
Hang on. Who are the birthday girls again? Evelyn. And who's the other one?
Who else has birthdays and
Evelyn, come here. Come here. Evelyn, come here. Mr. Tim. You're going to sing happy birthday. Do we have a mic? Is there a mic?
Hey, handsome.
What? No, it's not. Is this one good?
Up to me and your boss is going to become Culture Daddy. What do y'all think? Yeah! That's an awesome daughter right there. Way to go, Tamia.
Christian. Christian.
They don't appreciate
Christian.
the birthday surprise
Gracie.
if we don't sing the mic.
Yeah, the faster you do it. No, don't listen to him.
Hey girls, when you have a birthday, do you want it to be over really quick?
Okay, 5, 5.
No, you don't.
5, 5.
No, you don't. All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
All right, not bad.
I'm proud of you.
All right, that wasn't too bad. All right, who do we have? No, we're still good. We got another contestant. Are you ready for this? You're feeling good? You're feeling, yeah? All right, spin the wheel. Let's see what we get. You ready? Let's see. Water bottle flip. All right, hang on. Land your water bottle flip. I got this chair for you right here. Step up in that chair. Do you know how to do a water bottle flip? You know how to flip? Are you good at it? Hey, do a practice round. We need at least a practice because we let y'all swap it right now. Oh, you landed it!
Can I go to my teacher?
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Are you ready, Zion? I'm going to count down 3, 2, 1. And you can do it as many times as you can until you land it, okay? 3, 2, 1, go. Keep going. Look at more. Go, not that much. one earlier.
He's right here.
All right.
This is-
Are you ready? You think you got this, buddy? Yes, you do. You got this. He's got it. Help him out.
We need the mic back. Hang on, we need the microphone back again. I didn't realize we needed to get a story with that. We need the mic again. Atticus,
Yeah, he's got it.
do you have a good baby voice? Baby? Are you ready to count down? 3, 2, 1, go. That's very good. That was a very good baby voice. That was very good. All right, these are going to be the last two contestants
Do
here.
you realize, Mr. Stephen, you look at that score up there. What do y'all think about the score, green team?
Well, you know it's going to challenge right here. Like 20 seconds left. All right. Oh, everyone needs ready. You got no competition, so it's all right. All right. So, spin the wheel. Let's see what we get. High five the person in the sound booth. Mr. Gale, you can't run away. You got to stay there. All right. Are you ready? Your mouth out the closest
Kaden.
mouth. Which one's closest?
Kaden.
Y'all better watch out in the aisles.
Hey,
3,
Elijah.
2, 1. Oh, you wasn't long. Oh, you did this one. That's all right. Either way. That was totally my fault. I didn't explain it. But you got your exercise in. All right. Okay, buddy. Look this. All right, buddy. Let's see what it is.
Let's see what happens, buddy.
Come on here. Stand tight. Over here. Throw it. Ready. Stand tight. Right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Five, 6, 7, 8.
All right, so recording production is in. So let's see.
Who's the winner in the house?
All right, so the great thing is, because we got the prize for it, and it's the same thing that y'all do. It's nothing. All right, so yeah, great job, Green Team.
For the ones of you that participated, come see me, and I have a treat for you to Brewsters, okay? So if you came to a participant. But while y'all are coming up to get your prize, I want to introduce the next amazing team. On Wednesday nights, we have adult ministry, men's ministry, women's ministry, free share, different things going on, and we have everything from the littles all the way up to senior adults. And we're so grateful that there is something for
I'm going to
everyone.
Katie's now.
And so this is giving you a taste of what the children's ministry is all about. We're here helping them grow and nurture who they might become years down the road. And so we're thankful. This next one is called an amazing, what is it, production? Is that what you call it, Matt?
Yes, we're going to share about it a little bit.
Oh, you're going to share about it. And this, I'm introducing Avery, who is a beautiful daughter, sister in Christ, and daughter to Penny Cole back there, and Jeff, if he's in the house. So, Penny, Avery, I love you, and I love you, Matt. So thank you for what you do.
Y'all give it up for Avery. Love, one thing very cool about Saturate, it's all about helping you to find your gifts, what you're good at. We believe that God's gifted every person with gifts to be able to serve in the body of Christ. Everybody in this room, you're gifted. So we want to help stir that in the lives of kids. So we're always changing choices though and trying different things. We've had puppetry and sign language and photography, and we have got cooking and Legos, and you name it. We've tried all kinds of different things. A couple of things we've added this year, one of the ones now is music production. We've taken a small group of kids, and those that would like to either write or arrange a song and see that go through the recording process and actually see it recorded. So Avery, we have several kids tonight who've been writing and they're not done yet. And like Jen said, you're just seeing a taste tonight. Like, we've decided to start using some of the kids on different Wednesday nights for things and on Sunday mornings to elevate. So some of the choices are still working on some of the things they're doing, and they're going to get to perform at different times and present some different things. So tonight, though, Avery was our first one to actually complete a whole song. She's written a song. This was your first song, right? So can you tell me about it? Like, why did you write the song? What inspired you?
Well...
Was it pizza?
No. Not pizza.
Okay, not pizza.
Well, what inspired me to write a song was just I don't know, really.
Yeah, it just came.
It just came.
Just there.
It's just there, yeah.
Okay, that's neat. So she's had fun writing. This is her first song that she's completed. And so tonight, she's actually getting to debut it here. You guys are getting to hear her song for the first time. And you can actually go back to the production booth back there after this, and a few of the kids have some samples of some of the things that they're working on if you want to put on the headphones and kind of listen to some of the stuff that they're doing. So you guys give it up for Avery.
Don't come back. Go.
Well, we know that God loved us. As a matter of fact, we know that God loved the whole world. The Bible tells us in John 3:16 that God loved us so much that he gave his son Jesus to die on the cross for us. God loved, and then God gave. But the verse says more. For God so loved that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes. What does that mean? Believe. How can you believe in God? You can't see him. But I believe in other things that I can't see. I believe in air. I believe in germs. I believe I have a brain. Well, though I've never seen it. You know, now that I think about it, I believe in a lot of things that I can't see. But when God says believe, I think it's kind of like trust. Well, let me explain it this way. Every day I go to school and I sit down in a chair at my desk. I don't even think about it. I just sit right down in my chair. And I believe it's gonna hold me up. And when I get home, I sit down for dinner. Again, I don't even think about it. I sit right down in my chair and I just believe it's going to hold me up. I put my trust in that chair to hold me up. I think that's what God means. If we want to have a relationship forever with him, all we have to do is believe. Put our trust in him. We have to believe two things. We have to believe that God loved the whole world. That's you and me. And that God gave his Son Jesus. It's really that simple. If we want to have a relationship with God forever, all we've got to do is believe. God loved. God gave. We believe.
Is it working? Oh, it is. Hey, we're so glad you guys are here tonight. And we do a lot of fun things around here, a lot of neat things. But that's not why we do what we do. You know, when I was a senior in high school, gave my life to Christ, put my trust in Him, and it's changed my life. Jesus Christ saved me. And sometimes we hear the story of the cross so much we can forget the power of it. Jesus Christ saved my life. Anybody else in here have that same story about you? He saved my life. And I owe Him everything, not because I have to owe Him because I'm in debt with Him. I owe Him my life because He paid for everything. He cleared the debt away. And I want to give Him everything that He's given me back. You know, I just want to give back to Him. So what we do here on this campus, it's about Jesus. It's about, we want everybody to know Jesus. And we want everyone to have that great relationship that we have with Him. And we want to see Him grow in that. Everything that we're doing, all these programs on Wednesday nights, from the Bible studies and the stuff going on with Splash and Saturate, the students that are getting together here and at the bridge on the square, all the things that are going on here, they're meant to help us grow in that relationship. We want to introduce people to Jesus, and we want to see them have the chance to grow in that relationship with Him. There's nothing like it. There's nothing else in the world that's greater than Jesus. And we have come to know that. You know, we have come to know that to be the absolute truth. And so that's what it's about. And like all of our Saturate tonight, all of our teachers and coaches and stuff that are here that pour into these kids every week, that's our heart. I mean, yeah, do I want kids to learn about recording music and stuff? I love music. I'm so glad people taught me that. But I learn music to learn music. There's the reason God gave us music. God gave us music to be able to glorify Him, to share His story, to express back to Him love and gratefulness for the things that He's done for us. You know, God didn't just give us food to eat, but it's an opportunity for us to be able to cook and to give and to have fellowship around tables and start conversations with people, you know. Everything that we do in here can be used to serve the Lord. Whether it's drama, telling a story, or construction, designing something cool, or building something. Every career that you adults have in here, every career we have, there is an opportunity in that career, in those abilities, in that circumstance to be able to share the gospel with people in a creative way. And so we want to encourage you guys to go out and to share the gospel and to make disciples. You know, because that's why we're here. We love Jesus. We have experienced the love and the grace of God. And we want everybody in our community to be able to experience the same things. I hope you'll continue to commit to Wednesday nights. And if you're just kind of visiting with us and hanging out and you have questions for us tonight, or if you need somebody to pray with you because your life's falling apart and you're not sure what to do, that's why we're here. We will pray with you tonight. We want to see you help. If you don't know Jesus tonight and you've been skeptical, like maybe you're skeptical tonight about Jesus, hey, you're right in there with the writers of the Bible. There were some skeptics in the Bible. They did not believe in Jesus. Look at James. You look at Paul. They did not believe. And then they ended up leading the church in the end because they realized that Jesus was true once they had seen the evidence and experienced the truth of the gospel and of Jesus Christ. It changed their lives forever. So you are in great company tonight. If you have questions you want to ask us, if you want us to pray with you, if you want to know more about Saturate tonight or more about the other things that are going on in the building and on campus, we're here to serve you, we're here to help you, and we're here to love you because he first loved us. It's changed our hearts, and that's why we're here. So we're going to pray tonight, and we just want you to know that we love you. So God, thank you so much for tonight, for this great family fun night. Thanks for blessing us with family. We're so grateful for it, God. You know, sometimes things can be a struggle, maybe in the home or in relationships and stuff. But God, we thank you tonight for the families that you've given us. And I pray, God, that you'll help us to steward those families and to keep you at the very center of our homes, of our conversations, of our decisions, of our careers, of our passions and our dreams and our extracurricular stuff, that you will be at the forefront of it all. Because life is about you. Our life is about you. We thank you, Jesus, for saving us. We thank you for your love, God, tonight. And God, help us to trust in you, to believe in you, to put all of our faith into you, and to follow you wherever you lead us, knowing that that is the life that we were born to live. So, God, I pray for these kids tonight as they begin to meet you and to know you. God, I'm excited to see. I pray for long, passionate, awesome, fruitful relationships with you for every one of these children in this room. And so, God, we bless you tonight. Be with us this week. We thank you so much for your faithfulness and for your love. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Amen. You guys have the greatest night ever. We'll see you on Sunday morning.